until you give me a sign. Give me a sign. Oh, give me a sign. Baby, give me a sign. Just give me one more.
Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. If you'd like to design a life you love and make space for what's truly important, you've come to the right place. In our video today, we are talking about vision boards. A few weeks ago, I actually made a video about how to make a vision board that truly works. So if you missed that video, please do make sure to watch it down below. But today, I thought it would be fun to do something a little bit different. So we're actually gonna take a look at the vision board that I created last year, and we're gonna see what became true, what sort of became true but not quite, and what are the things that completely didn't become true at all. And throughout this all, I'm also gonna tell you everything I learned so that you can apply it to your vision board and make sure that you don't make the mistakes that I made, and that your vision board is something that works really, really well and helps you achieve your dreams. Okay, so last year I was focusing mainly on three things. I wanted to be at peace with my intuition and really in touch with it. I wanted to really think about, to really trust the things that my intuition and my gut is telling me. I also wanted to be disciplined, and the trust factor really comes into play here as well, and really trust in myself. So how did I do? I do feel like I did well in those areas. I think I really had to trust in myself, especially when achieving some of those really hard work goals, and even, putting myself on YouTube. It can be really stressful to, put a video on YouTube where you put so much time and effort into it, and then you don't get that many views on it. But, sometimes you just have to go for it and try and put yourself out there. And so I do feel like I did that, and I look forward to doing that even more next year. So when it comes to this, tips that for you when you're creating your board is definitely make sure that you include a part of who you want to be. And once you have, I like to actually make this at the end of everything. So first I make my entire vision board, and then I think about the things that I want to achieve, and I think about who is the person that I need to become or be to achieve those things. And then that's how I create my B section of the board. So hopefully this helps you as you're creating your B section as well. I really wanted to get a big promotion that allows you to be a manager in the company that I work at. And that promotion is super hard to get. And I've been working towards it for a while. But last year I decided that, I was gonna focus on work since there wasn't that much to do anywhere with the pandemic. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna focus on it. I'll try to get it. I'll try to go for it. And I worked really, really hard. And I didn't know if it was gonna become true until the very end. But every day I just kept working towards it. And then eventually my manager, he was like, yeah, you got the promotion. And I was like, what? I cursed a little, I'm not gonna lie. It was like a big moment for me, but I'm super excited that that's done. And then the second thing that happened that I achieved, and this is really funny because this shows how manifesting truly works. So I have a program that I love that I created from scratch. So basically how it happened is I had an idea in my head, I proposed it to a few directors, somebody hired me to actually make the idea into a true program that works. And then this year the program was gonna grow even more. And I really wanted to grow by a good size, but I wasn't sure what was reasonable. And so I kind of, found a picture of lots and lots of people. And I thought, okay, I just want the program to grow so that it serves lots and lots of people. But I didn't really have an exact number in mind. And honestly, I think because sometimes I do have some imposter syndrome, if I would have picked a number, it probably would have been 10 or something not that large. But in the end, the program ended up serving 40 people, which was pretty huge for me and much bigger than I thought it was going to be. And then the funny thing is that when you count the people in the picture that I chose, it's really close to 40 people. So I was like, man, this actually works. And I think the reason that it worked is that really your subconscious, maybe I didn't, spend time to actually count all the people, but my mind definitely did, and was really thinking like, okay, this program needs to serve 40 people, like a big chunk of people. So my biggest advice for you when you create your vision board is to focus on what you truly want and make sure that it's captured in the pictures that you choose, because those pictures are so powerful and they will start influencing your brain even when you don't know it. Something else that became true this year, which I was super excited about, was the YouTube channel. And I really think that the vision board was instrumental here, because it was literally staring at me every day. Whenever I was working, I had this little picture of, consistent YouTube channel looking at me and being like, please create me, please create me. And it totally worked, and I'm so happy and proud that now I have a YouTube channel and I have 6 videos on here that people can watch, and getting close to 100 subscribers. Please help me if you like this video. Please do subscribe, because I'd love to get to 100 subscribers soon. And even Mama, she wants me to subscribe too. But yeah, so anyways, I'm just so excited that I actually got that done. But I think one thing that I want to change this year is that last year, under my YouTube picture, I put consistent YouTube channel. And I'm really happy that I did that, because I think if I would have said something more than that, I probably wouldn't have even done anything at all. And I was so busy with work that it just wasn't realistic to do anything too crazy with my channel. I'm just excited that I started it and that there's more than 5 videos on here, So this year, I really want to get to the point where I'm posting 1 video a week, every single week. And so that's what I'm going to put in my picture. So let's talk about the things that became true, sort of, but not quite. The first one being my financial goals. So my financial goals were very ambitious this year. And the reason for that was that a couple of years ago, I did a vision board where I put an impossible number, and then I pretty much reached that number, which blew my mind. So this year I thought, you know what? I know that even in the best case scenario, this number is gonna be impossible to achieve, but I have nothing to lose. Let's try to put it on there and see what happens. And so I did. And I have to say that while I didn't reach that number specifically, I did get a meaningful raise this year, which is even how all of this is possible, in the sense that I wouldn't even be able to pay for an editor or anything like that if I wouldn't have gotten my promotion and my raise. So I definitely think there is a lot of truth to vision boards and to putting things out in the universe, and to aiming high as well. Like, if there's a lesson there, is definitely aim high, because if you don't, then you're definitely not going to achieve your goals, But yeah, so anyways, I kind of sort of achieved this. I still fell $50,000 short, which is a lot, but considering the number I put, I am quite happy with what I got. However, though, I did have a big learning that I wanted to share with you, because I think a lot of times when people do vision boards, they have these checks from the universe that you can download from different websites, and you can write how much you're going to make and all of that. But this year, I really want to focus on not just the money that I make, but more importantly, the money that I have in my bank, in my account. And my net worth really is what I want to focus on. And so that's what I'm going to do this year. And I encourage you to do that as well, and to really have that as the number that you want to aim for, because that's the most important number at the end of the day. I feel like almost like, the number of subscribers that you have on YouTube is more like a vanity number. I think the income that you make can almost feel like a vanity number, especially when you get past a certain amount. So, then really look at your spending, look at how you're investing your money. And I'd love to make a video on that if you're interested. I'm definitely not a finance expert, but I have to say that growing up, my parents didn't really talk about finance at all. And we really didn't think about it. And now, I wish we had, because I think if I would have known more, I just could have spent and invested my money so much more wisely to be in a better position now. And that's what I want for you as well. I want you to be in a position where you have the freedom to have the life that you want. And I feel like financial freedom is so important. And financial freedom, I don't want to go into a whole tangent, because this could be a whole video just about finances. But anyways, for the purposes of this video, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to mint.com, which is a website where I have all of the different incomes that I make, like my 401k, the money that I make in my checking account, my savings account, all of those different things. And I'm gonna Photoshop it so that it says $1 million. And now, mind you, I am so far from $1 million. And so I want to share that because I think when you are thinking about your vision board, you shouldn't worry about, is this achievable this year, or is this even achievable at all? It's really important to know where you're aiming for and trust that if you're focused and also with a little help from the universe, together these two things will combine to make magic happen for you, and that you should aim high. So anyways, so that's what I'm gonna do for my next vision board. I'm really excited, and I hope that you also are able, to look at any financial goals that you have on your board and revise them if you'd like. And then if you don't have financial goals on your board, please add them. It's not the most important thing, but it is definitely important. There were two places that we really wanted to visit this year, Amsterdam and Paris. And we wanted to visit them because we're trying to figure out where we want to settle down and buy a house and live. And we were thinking that Paris and Amsterdam sound like pretty cool places. Plus, I'm European, I'm from Italy. And so, it made sense. But the problem was pandemic. So because of that, we couldn't travel at all. And, it was really hard to, and scary to travel, especially long distances. So what we ended up doing instead is we were able to go to Boise, Idaho, which is a place in the US that we're also considering. And if you haven't been, I highly recommend that you visit. They have an amazing green belt. It's so naturey and so calm. I really loved visiting, and it was a nice breather from, being in the Bay Area, but at the same time didn't put us at too much risk. And so anyway, so we did that. And then the second trip we're gonna do soon, hopefully once we're vaccinated, we'll be going to Austin, Texas, which is another place that we're really curious about. And I feel like I'm probably, I know Elon Musk just moved to Texas and everyone's leaving the Bay Area and a lot of people are moving there. So we'll see. I don't want to, I hope the Texans aren't like, oh no, another person moving. So yes, please forgive me if I do end up moving there, but I don't know yet. We're just gonna visit for now and see how it goes. And anyways, I think the lesson there is that sometimes things will happen where the things on your vision board become impossible to achieve for whatever reason. If that happens, I'd encourage you to still try to see if you can at least achieve the spirit of that vision that you had. So kind of similar to what we did. Okay, we can't go to Paris. Where else can we go that maybe still serves a purpose? Maybe it's a place we're still considering to move to. Oh, Boise, Idaho, And so, it's not the same thing, of course, but it doesn't mean that if circumstances don't allow you to pursue that dream, that doesn't mean you have to give up on it. Maybe you just have to readjust it slightly. And yeah, I don't know if you noticed, but I actually have a little kitty that came to join the chat as well. So look at this girl. What a cutie. Hey, you really want to be the center of attention, don't you? Anyways, it's funny how it's like when I film, she's like, oh, I need to go with her and pet her now in this moment that I'm filming. But other than that, she ignores me. Okay, so this next one is half tragic, half funny in a way, in the sense that, so basically when, one of the biggest things that I want to do soon is to buy a house. It's just been a goal of mine for so long, and I would be so excited to buy a place and make it my own and be able to decorate it how I wanted and be able to nest. I'm one of those people who just doesn't like moving at all. I just would love to have a house. Anyways, so I made one mistake though. I put a picture about, I basically found this home that, would be like a dream home and had this beautiful view. And so I was like, okay, I'm gonna aim for this specific beautiful view, see if I can achieve it. So anyways, I did that. And yeah, so long story short, what I realize now is, we're still renting, but we did move to a 2 bedroom, and now the view that I have from my office is exactly the view that I had in my vision board. So the vision board did become true, just not in the way that I was hoping. And yeah, I don't know if you know that I have a different cat now. No, they're so funny. So, anyways, so the lesson here, I would say, is that if you do your vision board, be really careful about the pictures that you choose and make sure that it's actually what you want to achieve, because these pictures do have a disproportionate effect on what you are going to, on what your mind is going to bring forth. So just make sure it's something that you actually want. And I mean, I'm not complaining because I do love living here, but it wasn't exactly what I'd hoped for. And so what I'm gonna do is that for the next vision board that I prepare, I think I'm gonna Photoshop me and Ryan in front of a house, maybe holding keys. The house should be hopefully really nice, the house that we would like to buy type thing. And then I want to make sure that there's actually a sold sign next to the house. So basically I want it to be super duper clear that this is a house that we actually bought, and that it's not just about getting a beautiful view. Yeah. So anyways, lesson learned there. And let me know, I'm so curious if you had some of these vision board mishaps in the past. Please let me know, because I'd love to hear what you've learned and what you've come across as well. Okay, so now I thought we would change setting to talk about the things that didn't happen at all. And I promise that this whole location makes sense. And in fact, the reason for this is that one of the things that didn't become true at all was a part of the vision board where I said that I wanted to meditate and read every single day. But as we learned, pictures speak louder than words. And in fact, what ended up happening is that I didn't really meditate at all, almost, and I didn't read that much, especially paper books, which is what I wanted to do more of. Although I will say, to my credit, I did read more this year than any other year, but still not as much as I would have hoped to. But what instead happened is I bought this egg chair. And I only realized later that actually the picture on the vision board has an egg chair. So that's just one more example about how you should be careful with what you put, especially when it comes to pictures. What I'm gonna do next year is, if I put this again in my vision board, which I might, I think what I'll do is I'll just put a picture of me actually meditating, and hopefully that'll do the trick. Okay, so we made it to the end of this video, and now we have the last cat. This is Holden. So all of the cats visited today, which is really great. If you like this video and you like cats, please subscribe. Would love to have you as part of the family. I'd love to also hear about your vision board. Have you made one? Did it work? Did you find this video interesting? Was there anything on here that happened to you as well when you were like, oh man, I wish I would have chosen a different picture, or anything like that? If so, I'd love to hear from you. And then if you have any tips for me, oh, the cat jumped. Ooh. Thank you so much for watching this whole video. I hope it was helpful to you. If you liked it, please give it a big thumbs up. Thanks so much for watching, and see you all in the next video. Bye.
I don't wanna stay here, no. Ain't gonna keep it low now. If you wanna go, let's go. Let's wrap it up and hit the road. I just got an awesome vibe, striking the winner post now.